Hello, everyone, and welcome to LCTV Channel 20's Music in the Night and the historic Palace Theater. I'm John Lombardi, the MC, and with me tonight are some of my really good friends, and then there's Stan. But we've got with us tonight Mr. Max, and I'm really proud to say that I know all you guys, and I'm so happy that you're here tonight, and I want to thank you all, one and all. And you know what? I should probably go to Joel first, shouldn't I?
You should.
All right, we're going to do that.
He had to leave.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the best bass players that I have ever seen in Western New York, but then I don't get out much.
No, you don't get out too much, I'm afraid. Yeah.
Joel, why don't you give us a little background on yourself, and we're going to run right down the line.
Sure. Born in Lewiston.
Give us your full name, sir, so that the cops are looking for you.
Joel Slazyk. Slazyk. Born in Lewiston. Played in some rock bands in the Toys, a punk rock band in the 80s, with my good friend Doug Tyler.
Hi. Hi, Doug. We're going to get to you in a second, Bill.
Moved to North Carolina, got into the blues, and then was there for 20 years, and just moved back here about 3 years ago, and the boys picked me up, and we're back, and we're doing classic rock and blues.
You want to introduce the rest of these guys here, and then I'm going to go to Stan?
Sure thing. Doug Tyler.
Hi.
And Norm Bock.
Norm.
Both fantastic guitar players.
And we lost.
And Stan, I think Stan went to find a beer. That's what it was.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce my friend Stan Tryninewski. Stan, I want to thank you for jumping right in here when I needed you. You're always there for me, and I almost want to give you a hug, but I'm going to hold off.
Not on TV. You can later.
So give a little background on yourself, then we're going to run right down the line with Norm and Doug.
Just a bunch of bands in the area. Played with you for a short time with CRS. Can't remember whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then we just we were part of Lakeside Blues at one time, and we've just kind of all went our own ways.
Kind of morphed into this, right?
Yeah.
You know, we are going to ask out here, but the question of the night: who is Mr. Max?
Can't tell you.
It's a secret. All right, we're going to move on. Norman, sir. A little background on yourself, please.
Oh, let's see. Been playing guitar forever and ever and ever. Funny thing, Joel and I played here 35 years ago for a Battle of the Bands.
You guys were 10 years old?
Yeah.
You guys were about 10?
Something like that, yeah.
And, you know, Norm, people have watched you for years, and they probably didn't know it was you when they're watching you. But tonight, of all nights, once we get this all said and done here, you guys are going to be so impressed. You're going to sound so much better than what you normally do, Stan.
Hard to believe.
Let me get to Doug here. I've always got my back to somebody. Doug, a little background on yourself, please.
Well, I've been playing guitar since summer of '69. Played in several bands with this guy, the Toys, the Layers. Also played in Fill in the Blanks, Rockosaurus, bunch of local bands, and I'm the newest member of Mr. Max.
Open for greats like Johnny Winter, Pat Benatar. This guy, he's been around.
So you know a little bit about this sort of music?
Yes.
Well, you know the question, Joel. What type of music are we doing tonight?
Classic rock and blues.
The best.
The best.
The best.
It fits a nice crowd. People tend to like it. They can dance to it, and we have a lot of fun.
And it's got a good beat. Yeah. Got a good beat. In spite of the fact that Stan brought the wrong drum set.
He brought the cannons tonight. He brought the cannons.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard as much as I think we really want to hear of Mr. Max. But stay tuned, and we're going to come right back with Mr. Max on stage at the historic Palace Theater and LCTV's Music in the Night. Stay tuned.
7,000 high school students drop out every school day. That's a line of desks more than 4 miles long. We can keep students in school. Visit boostup.org and take the first step.
When life's this hard, it's no wonder 7,000 students drop out every school day. Visit boostup.org and help kids in your community stay in school.
Hi, my name's CJ. A few years ago, my father became seriously ill. I did what I could do before he passed, but it took its toll. I lost my job, my house. I'm getting back on my feet, but I don't know when there'll be food on the table. How'd I do, CJ?
We could be twins.
Well, cousins, maybe.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
I think someone at my friend's school has this thing called autism. My friend's brother's son has autism. My neighbor's son has autism. My son has autism.
Autism is getting closer to home. Today, 1 in 110 children is diagnosed with autism. That's a 600% increase in the last 20 years. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Historic Palace Theater. There we go. And LCTV Channel 20's Music in the Night. I'm John Lombardi, your MC, and as promised, we bring the best of the best. And these guys that we got here tonight are all good friends of mine, in spite of the fact that the drummer is my really good friend. Mr. Max is one of the premier classic rock and roll bands in Western New York. And let's give them a round of applause. You're going to really enjoy this. But you know, as we do every single time I'm on this stage, I want to give the volunteers of the Palace Theater and LCTV a round of applause for putting this all together. It takes a lot of work. Well, without further ado, I give you Mr. Max.
laughing pretty baby. Someday you're gonna cry. Baby, laughing pretty baby. Someday you're gonna cry. There's nothing wrong. Find out it wasn't lying. There's nothing wrong. Gonna hurt you like you hurt me. There's nothing wrong. Gonna hurt you like you hurt me. But nothing wrong. Find out it wasn't lying. You gotta change your evil ways, baby. Before I start loving you, you got to change, baby. With Jada Joe and who knows who, I'm getting tired of running and fooling around. I find somebody who won't make me feel like a clown. This can't go on. Lord knows you got to change, baby. When I come home, baby, my house is dark and my pots are cold. You're hanging round, baby, with Judy Jones and who knows who. I'm getting tired of running, fooling around. I find somebody who won't make me feel like a clown. This can't go on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. so blind I can't see that she's a black magic woman trying to make the devil out of me. Turn your back on me, baby. Turn your back on me, baby. Turn your back on me, baby. Messing around with your tricks. Turn your back on me, baby. I just might show my magic. Spell on me, baby. Got a spell on me, baby. You got a spell on me, baby. My heart in a stone. I need you so badly. My black magic, leave you alone. Mr. Max, thank you.
Hey, big special thanks to Lockport Television tonight for putting this on. Fantastic. LCTV, what a great effort they put. And it's, I'll tell you, for a band like us to have equipment like this to play with, we play at bars and we play at little gigs and stuff, and we don't get equipment like this and we don't get treatment like this. This is fantastic.
What treatment? Look at what John did to us earlier. Oh, sorry, John. the way you walk, like the way you talk, Suzuki. Say that you've been mine. Say that you've been mine. Say that you've been